Hi, my name is Jessica Williams, and I'm one of the co-chairs for the Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice.
Hi, my name is Z. Hawkness, and I'm the organizer for the Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice.
Hi, I'm Cody Fearing, and I'm one of the board members for the Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice.
The Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice, or WNPJ, was founded in 1991 in opposition to the First Iraq War. There was major pushback against senseless killings and spending trillions of dollars fighting for oil. For the last 25 years, WNPJ has continued to grow and focus on numerous issue areas including immigrant rights, anti-mining work, anti-prison work, environmental justice, and the list goes on. One of WNPJ's newest campaigns is the Racial Justice Tipping Point, where we are trying to engage people throughout Wisconsin to work towards ending racism. We need and want to show how issues of social justice are deeply impacted by racism and poverty.
We're really excited about the Racial Justice Tipping Point. It's a campaign that came out of our strategic planning, and we borrowed it from the idea that 3.5% of the population can make vast changes in culture and political gains. Erica Chenoweth did a study of social movements across the globe and found that this magic number of 3.5% can truly be a tipping point. In Wisconsin, that's 200,000 people, and we're using our base of 150 member organizations as a starting point to reach that goal of 200,000 people working collectively for racial justice. We're doing this through three main focuses. One, doing education and organizational change. We've been working with our organizations and doing individual trainings to help support them to work more for racial justice. We've also held public trainings where we've had 100 people in Madison and 100 people in Fond du Lac come out to learn about the Racial Justice Tipping Point and grassroots organizing. Second, we are doing base building efforts. So we're asking people to invite their friends, family, co-workers, organizations to sign on to the Racial Justice Tipping Point and meet each other in person to stay involved and take action for racial justice. The third point is moving people into direct action. We're asking people to show up at actions in their local communities, make calls to their legislators, and take risks in this big movement moment. The movement for Black Lives, the water protectors at Standing Rock, and the immigrant rights movement have catalyzed an important movement moment right now, and we have a chance to really make vast changes that Wisconsin so deeply needs.
So with this grant, WNPJ will be able to increase its capacity for actualizing statewide participation in our Racial Justice Tipping Point campaign. This involves recruiting and training community leaders of immensely varied geographic locations, social demographics, politics, and racial identities to center racial justice frameworks in their organizational work. To recognize that the interruption and dismantling of white supremacy, of state-sanctioned violence, of colonization, of border militarization, that interruption as integral to the forms of equity and justice that they work towards securing, to realize collective resilience and collective liberation in both process and in lasting change.
We will use grant funds to pay our staff and volunteers to train and travel throughout the state of Wisconsin. Specifically, we have organizations in Appleton, Milwaukee, La Crosse, and Strum, Wisconsin who want training on the Racial Justice Tipping Point. We will also use these funds to put on trainings for our member groups to highlight how racial justice plays a role in their organization's area of focus.
The daily work of WNPJ is rooted in racial justice, whether it's through diversifying our board racially to have a more diverse board and more effective board, having our action alerts go out to our member groups with a focus on racial justice, highlighting the work of the 150 member groups in our network and other partner organizations through our action alerts, putting events on our calendars, showing up at trainings, highlighting the work of other racial justice organizations, building relationships with people of color-led organizations, doing this work across the state. There's a ton of work to be done, and your funding would really help us achieve the goals that we have. Let's make Wisconsin a more racially just place.